Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another edition of Talk That Tech. The
Number one tech morning show in the world. Good morning.
Good morning. We are back at it again with another episode. So glad that you're able to rock with us today. We have quite a few things to chat about, but before we get into it, we got to do some housekeeping stuff. So the housekeeping
Yes,
rules,
indeed.
yeah, the housekeeping rules are as applied. Listen, this is a call-in show. We want you to definitely know that first and foremost that we would love for you to call in, love for you to share your thoughts and your opinions. Sometimes it's just us sharing our thoughts and opinions, right?
Oh,
But
yeah.
we definitely want you to chime in and call into the show. So the link has been dropped. You could call in, let us know your thoughts, let us know what's on your mind. Also, want to let you know that if there's anything that you want us to talk about, go ahead and put it in the chat as well. A lot of times we actually listen to you. We actually go ahead and do that. So go ahead and share your thoughts, comments, opinions. And if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel as well. Subscribe to the channel as well. Now, first of all, what we like to do is talk about each other's weekend if you're brand new here. So, Trey, how was your weekend, man?
Bro, the weekend was solid, man. I didn't really do too much. So basically Friday, what did I do Friday? I didn't do too much this weekend, dude. But Saturday I did rearrange some stuff. So in here I kind of changed the desk setup a little bit, added my I have a Mac Mini in like the living room area, and I wasn't really using it, but I had these
Mm-hmm.
huge screens, the curved screen with the double, one up top, and so I just took that. I'm like, I need this in here, so I took that screen, both of them, set them up in here, rearranged some stuff, um, added some field lights in here, and so yeah, did that, and then that was it. Sunday, went to church, had a good time. My daughter, oh well, yeah, because that wasn't the weekend
Mm-hmm.
necessarily. So we earlier last week we celebrated our 12th um, marriage anniversary, and
Sweet.
but over the weekend though, my parents they wanted my daughter, so we she's with them right now, having a good time. Probably sleep, but we'll be waking up soon. Not my problem. Uh, but yeah, that was my weekend, man. How about yours?
Well, before I get into my weekend, I gotta say that's a pretty good gift
Oh yeah.
from
Oh
an in
yeah.
law. Like, listen,
Y-
y'all enjoy each other. Uh,
Yeah.
no, I
Yeah.
think that is dope. Well, for us, it was interesting because I was actually away. You missed you guys last week. I went to an event with my job,
Yeah.
pretty large event, 40,000 people or so
Ooh.
there. 5 levels of the Javits Center. So if you have ever been to the Javits Center, just know it's a lot of walking. I was checking my numbers. I did like 15 to 20,000 steps a day. It was pretty intense in some ways. But this weekend I was preparing, for church and other stuff. And I looked at the weather. I'm like, oh, it's supposed to be snowing today. And so
Oh,
it snowed, and everything got kind of shut down because of the icy conditions. So the snow came, and then we were shoveled. It came again,
mm,
shoveled again, and then overnight it came again, it shoveled again. So it was just like, yeah, we just everything got shut down. So it was an unofficial official snow day, and we just kind of stayed in. But definitely want to look to do something different on this MLK Day, which leads me to the next thing: is what are you doing this MLK Day in
yeah.
regards to any fun activities? For me, I'm trying to think about what to do. Maybe you guys will give me some ideas to do something fun with the kids and the wife, but I'm trying to figure out what to do. So let us know in the chat, what are you doing this MLK Day if you have off from work?
Yeah, I know me personally. Uh, I'm gonna do what he would want me to do, which is create content. No, no, I'm joking. But yeah, we don't have too much planned today. I don't know. Maybe we might go watch a movie. I think someone told me there was a movie out that I don't know. I doubt it. I'm gonna be
Hmm.
creating content. There, like over the weekend, I did some pre-work for content, like just scripting and um,
Yeah.
shot selection stuff, I'll probably end up go ahead and creating that, and just so that I can edit and be done um, for some companies. But outside of that, nothing.
Nada. Well, I
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
hear that, man. I hear that. Sometimes it'd be like that. So, listen, if you got any ideas throughout the day, let us know in the comments section what it is that you are thinking about doing. Well, listen, we're gonna jump right in. We got a lot of things to talk about today. We have some not only talking about Apple and Siri and the partnership there. We also gonna be talking about, in fact, in regards to MLK Day, some things that regarding legislation, right, and in AI that could actually be directly connected to the work of Martin Luther King Jr. We're also going to be talking about some tickets that are going for free tomorrow. They're dropping. So we definitely going to give you the inside scoop as to what those tickets are, but you got to get it yourself. I don't know what tomorrow holds because tomorrow it drops every Tuesday. We'll talk about it. But first things first, let's dive into what's going on with Apple, Siri, and the Gemini connection there.
Yeah, man. So, as maybe you heard or found out last week, Apple, they decided to throw in the towel. They threw in the towel and they say, you know what, we can't do everything. We can't do everything well. We need to partner. And what better partner than somebody that we spend a whole lot of money with every year, or actually, they spend a whole lot of money with us. And that's Google. So in early 2026, right, last week, Apple announced a major deal with Google to use Google Gemini's AI to power a smarter, like a much smarter version of Siri. And Apple is likely going to pay around $1 billion a year for the partnership. Now, I probably should have looked, but I didn't look. But, sometimes you can just do a little trade off on, let's see, how much Google spends with Apple every year um, for Google Chrome. Let's see, real quick, real quick. All right, so Google pays Apple tens of billions of dollars annually, around 18 to 20 billion dollars a year to stay the default search engine in Safari across Apple devices. So, why did I say that? Why did I put that in there? I just wanted us to know that $1 billion. Okay, they're just giving them a discount on what they're already spending to also get an upgrade in Siri. So they're not going to put it like that, but I mean that was a win for them still. And here's why: Apple fell behind in AI. They just did. All right, I don't know what they were doing because obviously the phones aren't changing that much. They changed a little bit this year, but I don't know what they're working on. But it wasn't Siri. I mean, Siri just be popping on randomly. You now maybe that's on purpose. You doing other stuff, and then all of a sudden, hmm, mm-hmm. It's like, what are y'all doing? But either way, there are other competitors that kept coming in. Chat GPT came in, smashed them. You had Google Assistant also came in doing well. So instead of just spending way more, a whole lot of more years trying to catch up on the AI front, Apple decided to go ahead and partner with companies that already have strong AI models. Now they did meet with everyone, and I'll talk about that shortly. But here's what the deal actually means here: you're going to have Siri; it's going to stay Siri. All right, that you won't be able to see anything Google branding, or you won't hear it powered by Google. None of that, and that's probably where a lot of that billion went to, is just keeping the branding off. But either way, Google Gemini's AI is going to do the heavy, thinking for the complex questions. Apple is going to keep control over the user data, and they're going to use its own private cloud systems for that. Then you have the simple tasks like timers, text, reminders. That's still going to run on the Apple's on-device AI, right? So that's all they could take care of. All the hard stuff, they got to pass it off because it wasn't it. But the simple task, Apple's AI is going to handle that. hard questions, they're going to get quietly routed to Gemini in the background, and then they're actually going to have to say it, but will you? They're going to use Google's brain but keep Apple's rules, basically. So if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. And then here's the thing on why Apple did this. I just kind of said it, but Siri has been criticized for years for being unreliable and outdated. It just is a hard fact. And Apple's own AI features, they were delayed like multiple times. So again, I don't know what they were doing, but it wasn't that. They weren't working on that. Maybe they're working on a flip phone finally. I don't know. I have no clue. But building the top AI models from scratch, it does take years and a lot of resources. And there are other companies who have already done it. And the one that they went with, which was Google, had already proven the AI tech, and they had a long history of working with Apple. As I told you, spending 18 to 20 billion dollars a year with a company, y'all got a little relationship. All right. And so they went with speed and reliability over pride. Now, here's the thing on why Apple chose Google and not OpenAI. All right. It says Apple looked at multiple AI companies, including OpenAI and Anthropic. All right. So that's ChatGPT and Claude. But they decided on Gemini because Gemini performed best overall for what they needed for Siri. So don't come for their neck if you like another platform over Google. It's just for what they needed for Siri. That's what they went with. And then when it comes with OpenAI, they also chose not to pursue, or OpenAI also chose not to pursue the deal harder because it was focused on building its own AI powered devices. And I know we've seen little tidbits, here and there over the last few months. And so they're potentially looking to compete with Apple in the future. And so we'll be on the lookout for that. But the split was mutual. Apple wanted control and privacy, and OpenAI, in this case, they want independence and their own ecosystem. Like they're trying to take over everything, or at least get a piece of it. And so when it comes to privacy, just so y'all know, I know a lot of people care about that. Apple knows it, like their reputation depends on privacy. And so user data, like I mentioned, is going to stay on the Apple servers. Take that how you will. Google doesn't see personal Siri requests at all, and users can still be asked for permission before advanced AI is used. So, you know, they already know everything about you. Come on now. I mean, it is what it is. Either you're going to use it or you're not. But when it's going to roll out, spring 2026. So that's when the first wave of Siri features are going to roll out. And then you have June 2026, more advanced abilities like remembering context and making proactive suggestions. That's when that's going to roll out. But either way, we'll see. This everyone's saying Google won huge in this because they're going to reach billions of iPhone users overnight when it drops. And then Apple, at the end of the day, they're getting mixed reviews because, yes, they're going to get a better Siri, but it also proved that Apple is, they couldn't do it alone. It's like another tick against you, Apple, another tick against you. And so yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we see every day these AI models, they're becoming, better and better, but also it's a shared infrastructure. So they're able to make these deals, these huge deals that just, is more revenue, more income into the business by being able to do these big deals with other companies. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, there's only a few at the top, and it's becoming unavoidable at this point. So we'll see what Siri ends up being like and how it works. If it's much, much better, I'm hoping so. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see, man.
Listen, this couldn't come at a better time. I literally I don't remember what it was. I was driving and I needed something that I'm like, okay, I think Siri has caught up, where it actually pronounces my wife's name correctly, that I could probably ask it for some other stuff, pull to the side and try to do that. It was completely, it was a waste of time. Like
Yeah.
I should just like Might as well pull over, talk to ChatGPT and get my answer, or just talk to ChatGPT while I was driving, whatever. Because
Yeah.
this thing, and it's been my bane of my existence for a long time. So my wife's name is Joanne, right? And it's spelled Johanne. The H is silent. Don't know why, but that's how she got it, right? So for
Hey
the
man,
long for
Black folk.
years, Johan was her name on Siri. It finally figured it out this last year. So I'm just saying, Gemini's improvement, Gemini coming into approve Siri, excuse me, is going to be a welcome sight for me. And regarding the opt-in, opt-out, what's the alternative? You're just gonna turn off Siri? Fine, but if I could just say, "Hey Siri, call this person," or "Hey Siri, do this," or "Hey Siri," start asking it just like random stuff that I would like it to ask, it definitely would be in Apple's favor. Now, to go to that point that you said, brother, in regards to just a lot of people looking at Apple sideways, we all kind of said it after Steve Jobs passed away. Like, the innovation aspect of it has not been keeping up at all. At all. Yeah. Hello,
100.
hello. What up? We got Levi in the building. Appreciate you. Thank you for stopping
What's up,
by.
Levi?
Appreciate you. We're talking about Apple, Gemini, this deal, and what it means. So if you have any thoughts, definitely share in the chat as well. But yeah, in regards to this, man, like, I think the whole Apple Gemini thing, yeah, appreciate you. God bless you as well, man. I think that it's welcome, but it's also, like you said, it's a sign that the lack of innovation, the lack of forethought, thinking like we're gonna rest on our laurels and say, hey, shalom, shalom, and we're gonna rest on our laurels, and we're gonna say, hey, we're Apple. Everybody's gonna buy us.
Right, right.
Look at Blockbuster. You don't want to be behind the wheel to the point that you're thinking like everybody's gonna still rock with us, because it just takes that one person to create this agentic phone or whatever. It takes this one person to create better running laptops that some way have better marketing, and all of a sudden people are moving from MacBooks to whatever it is. So to think that you can still stand around without the innovations is definitely not something that you can rest on.
Yeah,
So this is
especially with the
proven
top tier pricing.
top tier pricing. Yeah, that price, it's grand larceny. If somebody was to take your phone, they could. It's a federal crime. Is that
Yeah,
larceny is a federal crime, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm trying to remember my law here, but
I definitely don't know, brother.
yeah. So
I,
like, I don't deal with no police. It's just like, oh.
I mean, look, I'm okay with the police. I don't deal with no kind of jail, nothing. I
Yeah,
was
there we
just thinking
go.
about this. What people who people who be out there in them streets, they know all the laws. I'm like, oh, you can get 2 to 10 for that. I'm like, I don't
How
know
you,
how you know that. I don't know nothing. I don't want to
exactly.
see no jail if I can help it. So, but
Oh
I
man.
don't know. I would have to search it. They
And
be knowing it all. Yeah, you can get 20 years for that, man. I'm
no,
like,
okay, so grand larceny is primarily a state crime because I looked it up real
okay,
quickly. Defined by the state law, like in New York, as felony theft over a certain value. $1,000 is that, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Boom.
but it can become a federal offense if it involves crossing state lines. So, if you stealing Johns and you traveling someplace else, you're in trouble. But yeah, so that's exactly the point, though. Is like you said, for that price point, why
Yeah,
not innovate? You're just basically banking off of, I'm going to change the shape of it, make it a little longer, or I'm going to make the outside of it a little bit cheaper. It's like, wait, so I'm spending more money on that, and it's not as durable as the other ones were.
that's
If
a
you if you
fact.
know if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
That's a
If you know, you
fact.
know. So yeah, man, go ahead. But that's my thoughts right off the gate.
No, I mean, and you're right there on it, bro. Like at the end of the day, they're not doing enough to like. I think I don't even know if it's true or not, and I can't trust it until it actually comes out. They're saying
Mm.
that there's a flip phone now that that they're working on to come out next. It's like it flips out and opens up,
Oh
like
wow.
maybe one of these Samsungs that have been coming out for years, or why what is it, Huawei? They got a crazy
Yeah,
one right now.
yeah. China,
um,
from China.
yeah, almost made me. I'm like, man, how much is that? Like it's a crazy one right now that they just dropped. But yeah, I mean, they're not doing enough fast enough, right? They're always behind. And yet before that was a good thing. Like, oh, okay, we let them get all the bugs out or all the kinks out, and then we come out with a polished boom.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like that anymore. And
No.
so, you couple that with other companies, and now you add in AI, they're doing these crazy leaps. Oh, like, boom, boom, boom. And it's like,
Yes.
okay, we got to do something. So, yeah, I think they definitely needed to do that. My wife struggles with Siri all the time. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what's crazy. I haven't had mine on in years. Like, I don't even
Mm.
use it, and it's just because it was. I didn't see the.
Value.
I couldn't. My wife, she struggles every night. Hey Siri, turn my you know 5 a.m. alarm on, and it's just she has to say it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't don't understand you. Yeah.
No, like not even turn it on, and then all of a sudden, hmm, and then
Yeah.
she can. But it's like, yeah, I said it 3 times. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't had mine on in years. Maybe after this update, I'll turn it on. It wasn't on no conspiracy stuff. It just couldn't. I'm like, I'm all right.
Yeah, yo, let us know
I
what you
actually,
think.
bro, here's what's crazy. I've used Chat GPT voice
Mm-hmm.
more than I've used Siri like this whole entire time.
And
It's crazy.
productive stuff. Like, okay, I'll give you an example too with the ChatGPT voice. Just like, let's say you have to present somewhere, right? And I remember something similar where I had to present ChatGPT. Oh, ChatGPT chat. That's what random FM. Sorry, ChatGPT.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like that's right now too. Like I've been times where I put it on and I was like literally having conversation with it, and it helped me think through the process of what I wanted to say in this presentation. And I already had my presentation done, but it just kind of helped me think through the process. And then also it helped me to like outline what it was. And by the time I'm done with the conversation, I think I don't know if they stopped doing this, but it actually has a text version of the conversation. So I could go back, take that, and
yeah,
put it in my outline and stuff like that. And all of a sudden you're like, oh snap, like this was me doing this driving for what 20 minutes, and I was able to do so much on that. Now,
yeah.
AI agents, I'm assuming they're going to evolve even more. So AI assistants could literally, you could be driving, just having conversations, do that, do that, do that, and all of a sudden things are done. That's already happening,
Well,
I believe, with a lot of people. Yeah,
my favorite is they just got a huge bag, and my favorite you can do it. I do it all the time.
yeah,
Man, it's AI.
yeah. Oh, and you can talk to it and
Yeah.
and be able to get all that stuff done. So,
And
like,
then you can tell it, hey, use Nano Banana Pro and go ahead and create these slides in the way that I like it.
yeah,
It's gonna do it. So
and
then
you
you
say,
got the whole thing on the way.
and look at that. And that's that. And when we talked about, if you haven't seen the episode of Manus being bought out, check out that episode a couple weeks ago. You can dive into that as well. But they're not Apple, and yet they're able to get that done. So it just, to me, it's just like, man, it's almost equivalent to to that student who's looking over his neighbor's test and trying to see, but they're too far away, and they're
Yeah.
like, oh man, I just gotta
Mm,
take this L.
mm.
You handed this paper. Okay, you failed. You got to do a study group with the smartest kid in the class. Go talk to Gemini.
Oh
All right,
no.
and then you got a study group with Gemini now, and now everybody's like, okay, Gemini's the smart one in the room.
100%.
So I think right now they got to get that fixed because, like, oh, my question to you, because this is about what we're talking about. We talked about the price tag of the phone. How expensive is the phone you're talking about? Because
You talking about
again,
the Huawei?
yeah, it's like
Well,
similar,
so
right?
no, I'm not gonna cap that one because of like how it is. That one, when I looked it up, I don't remember what it was in Chinese yuan, but it's I think it was around like $1,800 to $2,000.
Oh, so even more expensive.
Yeah. That, but
Yeah,
it's next level. But
yeah.
it also could be because I don't know if it's because it's over there and they're like,
The
you
tariffs and
know,
stuff.
yeah, I don't know if that's what had to do it, but normally and generally, yeah, I mean they're way less expensive. Even the laptops, I'm on the MacBook Pro, but I
Yeah,
haven't seen some laptops out there. I'm like, man, I could have got it for that. I don't know how much, like, I don't know if the ecosystem would work as as good with how I like. You know, sometimes I might create videos on, excuse me, the Osmo Pocket, and then
Yeah.
just send it right to my phone, right?
Mhm.
Like download it straight to my phone through the app, and then just send it straight to the MacBook. I don't know if I haven't looked into that ecosystem yet, but if I'm able to go from a phone to the laptop, just straight boom boom, like an airdrop,
Yeah.
hey, I would consider it, bro. I'm y'all know me. I am not above testing stuff out. Yeah, I told y'all for years, I'm not above it. Like
Yeah.
I'll try them out just to see, just to make sure I ain't getting
Make sure
got.
it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just to make sure it's good. Let me ask you, y'all, would you if we were to make Apple great again hats, would
that's
you wear
hilarious.
make Apple great again?
uh,
Because it was, I mean, if I just got a flashback when I was in school. I used to hate the old big Macs that they used to have us use in the classroom. It
mm-hmm.
wasn't cool. It was just like whatever was provided, right? And then fast forward, I can't imagine not using one.
Oh yeah.
Now it seems like after all these years, things are switching around, and I'm like, I don't know. We got Tech Coach Ralph in the building as well. We got
What up, though?
morning, sir. Thank you
Good
for holding it
morning.
down. Yes, last week. If y'all don't know, Tech Coach Ralph be going live every day, or as they say down south,
I
every
see you
day.
with the new thumbnail,
Half
profile pic.
amazing, he says.
Yeah.
So definitely check him out. He goes live every day about things he's working on. So if you definitely want to learn more educationally about whether it's QA stuff, just or software development, he's always working on something. So definitely lock in with Tech Coach Ralph if you have not locked in with him as well. If you want to see him live as well on this show, he was on the show last week covering for me. So go ahead and check out Trey and Tech Coach Ralph as they were talking it up last week. It was good, entertaining. I saw it myself. So definitely check it out for yourself. And Levi, I appreciate you, man. He said that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. So also we're gonna shout y'all out. If you comment, we'll shout you out at the end of the show, and we will definitely let you. Oh, stop the presses. We got Elevate to the Unknown in the building. From a
What up, though? What
PC
up, though?
laptop, there's nothing better than the MacBook. From the phone perspective, throw the iPhone in the trash and get yourself a Google Pixel.
Man,
Listen, I heard.
I'm not going.
Go ahead, brother.
Dude, I have been on the fence, especially when you said Google Pixel. Now I know for sure those are not the same price point. But I was looking at what is it, the 9 or 10? What is it on? I
The
was looking
Google
at one
Pixel?
of them. Yeah, I was looking at one of them. I was like, man, this looked like it's pretty good. I
Nah.
had no experience. I had no experience with it. But coming from my boy Antoine from Mr. Wade from Elevate to the Unknown, I might have to go ahead and do it, man.
Listen,
I
for half
really
the
might
price
have to.
too. I'm looking at it right now.
That's what I'm saying. I was
120.
like, shoot, I might just get this just to test it out on the on the side.
Yeah.
But it's one of those like if they were more, if Apple was more innovative and they were actually staying on top of this stuff, I probably wouldn't even be looking into it, right? Like I like to stay up to date on what's out there. So yeah, I check out let's say for instance MKBHD. I check his channel out. He's always, and I do it because he's also like, yeah, I'll give you the real on both of them.
Yeah.
I don't care how much of a bag I'm getting. It's in my contract. I get to say what I want to say. So for me, I like to watch his stuff, even if he's talking about Google Pixel or Huawei, like all these others, because there's some stuff out there, bro, that I'm just like, man, Apple, y'all are sitting on it. But yeah, y'all making me think about that now, man.
He said y'all not a fan of the iPhone Air.
Man, I didn't. Okay, so that's one I didn't even look at. I didn't even look at the.
Air means cheap
I
to
didn't
me.
look
I
at
don't
the
know.
specs. I didn't look at the specs. I didn't look at the videos. All I saw was the name, iPhone Air. That sounds trash. Get it out of my face.
I didn't even look at it. I was like, I ain't going for that at all. But I did upgrade. My wife actually, she had an iPhone for a while. She said, you know what, I want to try to go back to Android. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, okay, if you want to try it, let's do the Google Pixel, so I could basically use it vicariously through her, and then
Yep,
I'll make
yep.
my decision from that. Uh, half a
And
phone for literally, bro.
half
Half
a
a
phone
phone
for a
for one
thousand.
K. Hilarious. Half a phone for 1K. Let me leave that up there for a second.
No, that's a fact, man. And then you have like it's getting better and better with the what is it, the is it RFC? What is it when you can now that they've made it easier to
um,
um
like an
send
integration.
photos back and forth and stuff
Oh,
with
okay.
Android phones, right? So it's like I think the only thing they're missing with that is the blue bubble, which it is
Oh,
what it is
the green bubble, blue bubble.
at this point. Yeah, it is what it is at this point. As long as
RCS.
I can, as long as I yeah, RCF. Yeah, as long as I can get the photo in crisp quality. Now that's the only
Hmm.
thing. So as long once they started doing that, I'm like, oh, you know, it's up in the air for me. Give me a good deal and I'm on at this point.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. And so, y'all, listen. Are you going to get paid, as Tech Coach Ralph says here, pay half a phone for 1K, or are you done with Siri and literally, listen. I'm not messing with no Apple phone, nothing anymore. Let us know in the comment section. Android, look at me. I'm the bubble now.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen.
They coming.
I am the captain now. Right. So listen, we're keeping our eyes open on this. I'm gonna try and see how Siri looks. I think I'm too deep in for right now to switch, but who knows? Maybe somebody else is
I'm
not that
not.
deep. Uh, I will if it definitely becomes one where it's like I can't avoid it, I will. But yeah, I'm kind of deep in right now.
Now,
Uh,
like Mr. Wade said, bro, I will say the laptop, like, yo, y'all would be disappointed at me if y'all saw how many tabs I have open right now. I mean,
oh,
I probably have,
I have at least 50 or 60 right now myself.
bro, that I keep that on one tab, like one. First of all, y'all know I have ChatGPT Atlas, I got Comet, I got Chrome, and I
Yeah,
have Opera, right?
things that
And
take a lot of juice.
I use them all, and then I have four different desktops, and I have one desktop. I know there's at least like 400. There's at least 400. I wish I
Yeah,
could take a screenshot and just show it, but yeah. So I will say it's a monster, and y'all know I'm running video live right now, and I
yeah.
still have all those tabs open, and I'm on one desktop right now with just us. But even this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I have 21 tabs open just on this, and I don't even need it.
Techco drop. How many times you got open right now?
I don't even need it.
uh,
Like,
elevate to
what
the
am I doing?
elevate to the unknown said I went to the Mac. I went to the MacBook Pro in 2025 for the first time. I had to slap myself. Why in the world was I staying away from the Mac? It is the best. Nothing can beat it,
Look, I believe that, bro. Because
especially
like I said, I have too many tabs open right now, and it's still running smooth. I was like, man, I've never experienced this before when I first started doing it. It's bad. I need to delete a whole lot of tabs, but I also I don't know. I'm bad at that, man. I'm
especially
bad
on
at that.
Tahoe. The new iOS Tahoe one has been
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. So listen, I mean, should they? I think that they still should invest in their iPhone. Like I think, this has replaced the iPod. If you remember the iPod and all this different stuff, they made so much investments in it thus far. Don't let it go. Don't let it go down the drain because of a lack of innovation. That would be so sad. Tab Wars, probably 5 windows in total, maybe 40 to 50 across the five. So,
Bro, it's bad. It's
yeah,
bad.
for real. Tab Wars. That'd actually be a nice segment. Um, but now my mind is thinking about different stuff. Listen, y'all, we gonna keep them tab wars going, but we gotta keep the conversation rolling as well. Definitely let us know your thoughts and comments as well. I'm gonna drop this as well because hey, you never know. Like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. If you're watching this vertically, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with us. Um, And yeah, true. It's expected for content creation and software dev research. LOL.
One
They
hundred percent.
have a ton of different tabs open. And listen, I agree. Also, just a reminder, y'all, if you're brand new to this, whether you are vertical or if you are watching us the original way, you could call into the show. Don't be shy. We don't bite. You could call into the show. Let us know your thoughts and opinions. You don't have to show your face, but you can definitely call in and be able to share those thoughts and opinions with us. Now we're gonna roll into what we call the tech wire. If you know the real wire, this is basically where you're getting the news from in regards to the latest and greatest. We got Secure the Badge. If you're not familiar, Secure the Badge, formerly known as Black Tech Global, is where you can find out about all the upcoming tech events in not only your neck of the woods but around the world. So explore more. Go to securethebadge.com. Again, that's securethebadge.com. So there's tons of different events that are happening coming up. We're in the month of January with the 19th. What's coming up? And we have the Respect the Tech Respect Day in January 24th to be determined. But we also have on January the 29th, Code Create Secure Black Professionals Building the Future of DevSecOps. Then there's IT Expo 2026 in February, early February, the 10th to the 12th. And there's BEA STEM Conference 2026. So I also want to let you know, if you did not know already, there are opportunities to not only hear and see about these events on the website at securethebadge.com, but if you join the community, you are also able, and I see it posted right now, you're also able to get free event tickets, and there are tickets that are in there. I don't know if I'll talk about the past tickets because I don't want to like give up the future stuff right now. But they had tickets for Afrotech in there. There was also tickets for other events. They had a CS Vegas, CES Vegas
Yeah.
gathering, and so there were tickets for that as well for CES. So I'm just giving you the what happened in the past, so you don't want to miss out. If you know anything about CES, that was quite the event this year. A lot of people were talking about it. A lot of innovation, a lot of innovative tech was there. The future. That's where a lot of thought leaders come together. Nvidia had their own booth and own not only their own booth but their own fireside chat, and other conversations were happening. So you could get free tickets to that. So definitely check it out for yourself. There's also, if you are interested in being a speaker at tech events within this community, you can be able to go ahead and sign up to exclusive speaking opportunities. So I'll definitely do that. And before we move on, I just want to show you what the website looks like, just so you can get an idea for yourself. And get an idea for yourself, right? This is Secure the Badge. You go to the website, you can check out all the events that are happening in the future, plan ahead. And if you join their community, down here, you can also get access. Oh, you can't see it, but if you join the community down here, you can also get access to tech events. It literally pays for itself because we know how expensive CES was. I'm even going to tell you how expensive it was. It's expensive, right? So go ahead, check it out for yourself at Secure the Badge. Again, that's securethebadge.com. Drop the links so you can get free event tickets as well. Join the community, and the community has a free event tickets. All right. So with that being said, Techno Drop says, I learned over the past couple of weeks how to integrate Patreon. Oh, okay. Also in my apps to offer more member benefits. So selfless
Look at that.
plug, join Take Coach Ralph's Patreon. He has more offers for you in there. And as we know, he gives a lot on YouTube. So imagine what he has behind his Patreon. So go ahead and check that out. Also, Avon Texdale. Yeah, that's an event, I think, right? That has, let me see, because I think that actually is coming up, if I'm not right, if I'm not wrong. There's a few events coming up. So yeah. All right, cool, man. Definitely want to find out more about that. So if you can fill more information, that's pretty cool. Put in the chat about Avon. But right now, as he's doing that, we're gonna dive into the next segment. We talked about MLK today, and
I mean,
Oh,
not to be confused
wait,
with
I got.
Yvonne Barksdale
Oh,
from The
okay, The
Wire.
Wire. Yeah, I got confused for a second. I was like, wait a second. I didn't know there was anything about that in MLK today. But yeah, in regards to the conversation, we gonna bring it to talk about a little bit about MLK, right? We're gonna talk about but this new civil law, right? A new civil law that regarding AI and how it ties back to MLK, right? So sit back, relax, and enjoy this show because we're talking about it right now. This month, Senator Ed Markey and Representative Summer Lee introduced eliminating bias in algorithmic systems, aka the Bias Act. The goal is simple to make sure that artificial intelligence used by the government doesn't discriminate against people. Now, how many of you have ever had some issues where you're like, huh, why did that person look like that? Or whatever sort of things that you have either experienced with AI that could go across this line of bias. We're going to dive into that. As AI systems increasingly decide who gets housing, jobs, loans, benefits, because they're all being pumped in, right? Or police attention, lawmakers worry these tools can quietly repeat or worsen the same discrimination civil right laws were created to stop. So if this Bias Act passes, it will require that every federal agency using AI to have dedicated civil rights office focus on algorithmic bias. Staff trained in both civil rights law and AI technology. Also, regular reviews of how AI systems affect vulnerable communities. Reports to Congress every 2 years explaining risk, harm, and fixes that they are seeing in the field and a government-wide task force led by the Justice Department to oversee AI and civil rights. Say civil rights in the chat if you're tracking with me here. But in short, no more quote unquote black box AI decisions without accountability. That's what they say. So the reason why this law might be needed is that AI systems already play a role in these different areas that we talked about. And so, real examples of that is with mortgage algorithms rejecting people of color at much higher rates than white applicants with similar finances. Tenant screening tools. We talked about this a couple months ago. Denying housing based on minor or dismissed charges. Hiring algorithms. Favoring men because they were trained on male dominated work histories. Facial recognition. Making more mistakes with black women and people of color. I just talked about this, the imaging, right? Predictive policing systems, which is sending police repeatedly to the same black neighborhoods because bias data feeds algorithm, right? These systems don't create biases on their own. They learn it from historical data shaped by discrimination. And we could talk about that in a moment. It's a lot to unpack there. So, how does it connect to Martin Luther King Jr., like we just talked about? The King fought against systems like this, as we know, not just individual prejudice. He understood that discrimination is often built into institutions. One of the reasons why things ended the way they did. Housing policies, hiring practices, and laws, not just personal attitudes. AI is the modern version of that problem if goes unchecked, right? Where algorithms can appear neutral and objective, hide discrimination behind math and code, scale unfair decisions to millions of people instantly. And that's why supporters say AI discrimination is systematic racism with a digital face, something King warned about a while ago. So I want to kind of get your thoughts on that, y'all, because we kind of talked about it before. We talked about the importance of being in the room to kind of create these different forms of technology, AI especially. But wanted to get your thoughts on that, especially in the matter because of the day that we're in right now. I'm gonna go to the comment section real quickly. Techo Drop says, sounds like they are trying to create more government jobs. Listen, what was the department? The Department of uh shoot, I'm gonna look it up now. That supposed to make everything like lean and stream forward.
Oh,
Uh
Doge?
yeah.
What?
The Doge is dodging its responsibilities right now because it's like we gotta be efficient, but I guess we gotta make some more, right? No, all jokes aside, yeah, it's supposed to be government efficiencies. Uh, I've seen some stuff where I'm just like, huh, especially early on with ChatGPT, where I was just like, that I don't know, I don't know, especially when it came to the imaging department. Um, I just thought it was kind of very funky. Let's give a plain example. If y'all remember the Will Smith from back in the day, there were certain, I don't want to say Picasso, but there were certain artistic expressions of Will that was very exaggerated when it came to the nose, the ears, the lips, and it was just kind of crazy overall. Now that could have just been because the AI was wonky, right? Or maybe there was more to it. And not trying to be conspiracy theorist, but if you think about it, when it comes to this technology, if it's being programmed to say this person looks a certain way because of this way, or this person looks a certain way because of that way, then you get all sorts of crazy stuff. We also saw with the launch of, dang, now I'm losing my mind. You remember that we talked about it? You tested Sora with Sora when the
Oh,
launch
Sora.
of Sora,
What happened
and,
with Sora?
and all the videos that people were making that were some of them had some racial, things, especially about MLK. Um,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, those are people. People were doing that, man.
but the reason why I'm going to that is because people are creating that, but they're also training the model at the same time.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
model's like learning, oh, this is what MLK stands for, or this is what this person stands for, based off of some racial tropes. And now all of a sudden, it's starting to learn like, okay, this is what the world perceives of certain people or a certain type of people. And so, do I believe that there's something that needs to be there? I think it was event. It was as Thanos said, it was inevitable to have something like this happen, where the government is like, listen, we got to get ahead of this. They decided to do the bias part first. I'm not surprised they didn't try to do the financial part first, which normally is the case. Probably start working on that
Yeah.
already.
Oh, exactly.
They probably like
Oh,
this.
no.
Oh, we monetize off of this. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Any of you want to share it in the comment section? Take Coach Rob said it. Government efficiency. Um, you know, but yeah,
Yeah, Doge.
Doge. Want to get your thoughts on this part?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's one of those things where sometimes or you probably should get a lot of that stuff addressed, and really, it's just more or less because if you're not in the room, then sometimes it's just not thought about. Like I'm
Yeah.
not giving anyone an excuse, but all I'm saying is like if you think about the what do you call it, like the automatic soap dispensers and the
Mm-hmm.
automatic water dispensers in the restrooms at wherever, right? A
Yeah.
lot of times I didn't realize up front why it was so hard for me to just get the water to come on, but it's because they
Train.
weren't factoring in darker skin because it absorbs the emitted infrared light, and instead of reflecting it,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't come on. And so from there, you're looking and you're like, oh, okay, well, if we would have also factored that in, then we could have done something about it. And I wouldn't have such a hard time just trying to get the water to come on when I'm trying to wash my hands or just trying to get
Mm-hmm.
the soap to come out. That optic sensor is just, it's just not sensing me. But
Yep.
if you have someone in the room who can advocate just for that from that side, etc., then all those thoughts are all put in together, and then you can now create something. Because again, I mean, I'm on the side of, I mean, you can kind of do whatever you want in the day and age that we live in now,
Yeah.
and so if you want the space, then create it. Or if you want to be able to affect those decisions, go ahead and get in that room or get in there. And this is a big step, right? Like, okay, from the jump, they're going ahead and trying to figure out some way to make sure that all those sides are taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, um, you can go and start and nobody's holding you back from starting a business, a job right now. Like
Yeah.
I can create the LLC right now. I can go and stand out on the corner and sell fruit right now. Like nobody's stopping us from that.
Yep.
But again, if we're not in a room or if we're not actively just given the full scope, then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, things like what happened with the soap dispenser and or the water, dispenser, things like that happen. And
Yep.
then it's up for us to, hey, if you really care about it, then say something
Yep.
or do something. And so it sounds like somebody is doing something about that as well with this bias act. So we'll see. But yeah.
Yeah, Teco Drop said the idea is fine for government to use, but the implementation is wild. An entire task force for this. Listen, maybe they don't have the wherewithal right now to get it done without a task force.
Or maybe they're
Uh,
trying to make it sound bigger than it is. Maybe, who knows? Like,
Maybe it is because we back in the day, like if you see certain movies, they're like, we assemble this task force together. It's like 4 people, five
yeah,
people, you know.
yeah.
So, uh, so who knows? Who knows? But I think like what you just said is so important to kind of stay on for a second. And as Trey said, yeah, be part of the LMM training. Yeah, like we have to like it's really not because they're trying to be mean. It's just like they don't know. Like some people just don't know. Like
No,
like what they don't know.
like,
Um,
listen, man. If I look, if I'm not over on, like, if all my family, which is not, but I'm saying if
yeah.
everyone that I've ever been around and all my family is all black, then maybe I don't know that you love mayonnaise
Mm-hmm.
or whatever the case may be. Like,
Potato salad. Yeah.
yeah, like maybe I don't know that. But if you come up to me like, yo, can you put a little side, on the side and just to, hey, we got you. Ain't no
Yeah.
worries, man. You're gonna have a good time here. So it's the
Yeah.
same thing. Like, a lot of times people are not trying. Now there are some bad characters, but people
Yeah.
are not trying to be racist. They're just not thinking about it. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm in an area where, if you, like, right now, like, there are some people who have grown up, they they didn't see a lot of black people. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just, they're not thinking of, like, they're just not thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them. Like, I'm not walking around every day thinking about other, like, every other color as well. Like, so
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those things. You just got to keep it top of mind, and you got to, again, if it's something that you care about, do something about it, type of thing.
Yeah. Be open to conversations. I actually
Yeah.
saw a post from someone. If I could find it, I'm gonna just share a little bit where basically they were reposting something that somebody else said. But I thought it was good. It was saying like when it comes to AI, what we need to do, right? Sometimes it's like, oh, this is cool and all, but like no, like what do we need to do to make that impact in the room? If I could find it, I'll go to it. But basically, from what I remember, it was just like, hey, listen, you have to learn how to work. You can work on training models. Yeah, a whole list. If I can find it, actually, let me see if I can find it while everybody's while we're here. I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna look for it. Right. So when I look for it, I'll find it. I'll probably share. But it was like a whole what's that thing called? Carousel that they basically had dedicated to that. Actually, let me see if I can find it on my phone. That's probably the easiest way. I'll just read out loud. But yeah, if y'all have any sort of thoughts, definitely put in the chat. We definitely want to hear from you in regards to it. We got Tickles Drop that says, and if you want a seat at the table, participate.
and
Please
and all of
participate.
and all of it. Like, you should probably, I don't know. Yes, Tech Coach Ralph, there you go. If you want to sit at the table, participate.
Yeah,
Maybe figure out who your alderman is in your local area. Maybe figure out and go and talk to the people who are supposed to be for the people.
yep,
Go and shake hands. Go and be at the events. Donate some money
yeah,
so that your name is recognizable and you can enact change at will. It's okay if you're able to do that,
yeah,
because now you're being a benefit.
yeah. There's somebody that put this in the chat. Are developers going to be jobless because of AI?
Not the not the not the good ones.
I don't think
Not the
that's
I said good, not the great ones, but maybe that's something that Tech Coach Ralph can um
chime in about.
chime
Yeah,
in on for that question. But I personally believe, the tippy top, no.
There's always gonna be a human in the loop.
You have that thinking, that aspect of it where it's working in tandem. So, but you the brain of what do people like and how do they like, it's still learning that side. It's still trying to figure that out. Versus you as someone who is a tastemaker, you may know that already. Like,
Mhm.
I know what they like. And so you can just speed up the process of getting it developed using AI.
Yeah, I think I'll kind of put it, and this might be a terrible example, but I kind of put it in the same realm as a vacuum. You can put the vacuum on, and and it could definitely pick up where it's at, but it needs a human to like guide it. Even if you're thinking about the robo vacuums that you see all over the place, iRobot and things of that nature, there's somebody that needs to clean that filter. There's somebody that needs to like maintain that. So when it comes to developers, I don't think that there's going to definitely be somebody there to maintain it. Right now, how many developers are going to probably be needed? Maybe not as many as before, because of the AI is there. But I was actually listening to somebody the other day who said they were trusting in the AI to do some business plan and run some numbers for them, and they sent it to a trusted friend of theirs. The friend's like, "Yo, these numbers are wrong." And they saw themselves like, oh yeah, these numbers are wrong. So like the AI is going to need some oversight. AI is not there yet in my opinion, in regards to taking over the world and Skynet and Terminator. But so that's where the human oversight is going to be needed,
Yeah, you
in
need
my
that.
opinion. I want to throw this out there because I thought it was interesting because we just talked about being in the room. And how do you get there in the room? This person real quickly, they said 10 things, 10 AI skills people must have in 2026. Prompt engineering. This is from Lead Gen Man on Instagram, so it's not from me. But talking about prompt engineering being one, also knowing how to create AI agents to automate jobs, workflow automation, AI coding assistant, AI app builders, retrieval augmented generation, RAG, um, AEO or GEO, AI search optimization, AI tool stacking, AI content generation, LM ops, and observability. Reason why I'm bringing this up just to kind of say like what kind of skills might be even needed to even come into the room and say, hey, I'm prepared, I'm ready. Some things could be one or not just one, but multiple things on this list. So it's one thing to be into the room, but it's another thing to stay in the room. How can we get into the room and stay there? So just thought I want to throw it out there in case
Yeah,
anybody is
imagine.
like,
I mean,
yeah,
imagine if you were, GEO and what is it, AI or AEO and GEO. Imagine if,
yeah,
okay, it's only been the last few years for those, and you became the master at both of those.
AI
And
search optimization.
you can
Hmm.
take that to companies and be like, look, you're not showing up on these LLMs, and I know why. Boom,
Mm,
boom, boom, boom. Here's
mm,
how to get it done. Like they'll spend a lot of money to be the one that ChatGPT spits out when it says, best whatever near me.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not by like that's not an accident. That AEO and GEO, that's very important right now. So yeah,
very.
if you learn that and you became a master at just those, that will open up some doors. I guarantee. I
That's how we
guarantee.
had. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, that's it.
No, I was gonna say that's exactly how one of our customers came to us. They went on ChatGPT, asked about a specific tool that we are in the market providing, and we were the first one they shot up, and they gave the reason why, and so on and so forth, and what we compared to other people, and that's the reason why they're like, oh, okay, and that and that's why they
Dude,
got a demo with us.
and more people are using that as search.
Yeah.
And so it's no more. First of all, I don't remember the last time I scrolled past the first page on Google. That's number one.
Mm,
And now it's been a very long time before I mean, since I've actually scrolled past the suggest like the AI box at the very top. And so you have that happening. All you have to do is look at your own habits right now and realize, like, oh, a lot of people are just going to ChatGPT and getting the direct answer. Forget
yeah.
looking at the chat or looking at the top AI box on Google or scrolling through pages.
Yep.
That's not happening. And so, how do I learn and become a master of what people are doing or where the direction that people are going in, and then just serve that on a platter to the people who need that.
Yeah.
Like bigger companies and real companies are looking at that stat. Like what Joseph just said, real companies are looking at that. How many people are coming from LLMs?
Yeah.
And it's going up by the day.
Yeah. And I'm trying to see if I could post that here. But yeah, shout out to Jared because that's where I originally got. He reshared it in a community that we're a part of, and I saw that and I was like, oh, this is actually really good because you don't sometimes you don't know where to start, right? Or where to
Yeah.
look into or what people are looking into. But okay, I found it. All right, cool. Let me see if I could share this just so y'all could see what I'm talking about here. But yeah, no, I think that yeah, definitely dope concept. Let's go here. Okay, sweet. So if you before we go, anybody want to just so you guys can see it again, lead gen man, he was talking about these different areas: prompt engineering, AI agents, automation, AI coding assistants, AI app builders, make AI accurate with your data with RAG. And if you want to see the explanation for RAG here, again, it's retrieval augmented generation. You know, for customer support, sales enablement, things of that nature. So there's all a lot of different things here. If you want, I'm going to drop it in the chat so you can see it for yourself at a later time and check it out. Let me do that right now. But yeah, nah, really good stuff, y'all. And then I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
go
like
to
Tech Coach Ralph said there, man.
yeah,
You know, it's really it's one of those things where, yeah, that right there. You know, a lot of people think about what jobs will be lost versus what jobs will be created.
yeah,
And that, you know, the glass half full mindset, I promise you, is going to get you a lot farther, a lot faster.
yeah,
Like, forget the ones that are being lost. What's being created right now? Where can I? Because if it's being created, that means you can quickly become a thought leader in this what's being created. Why? You're learning it, and then all you have to do is hop on camera as you're learning it. Hey, this is what I learned today. Boom. Hey, this is what I learned about this today. Boom.
mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, there are people who are trying to learn now what you already know from what you learned last week. And
Yeah,
so they're looking to you for the help. And then you have businesses that when they start looking, you're the one that's popping up. This
mm-hmm.
stuff is not easy, but it is simple.
Yeah,
It really is.
yeah, absolutely. So definitely check it out for yourself. That list. And thank you guys for joining us for the conversation. We definitely appreciate you as always. And I just want to make sure that we know that you know that we appreciate you. If
For
you
sure.
haven't already, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're about to be wrapping it up with a segment we haven't done in a minute, called the Brown Box Special. We're going to be wrapping up with the Brown Box Special on this MLK Day. But again, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And he said on point. Thank you, William. William said on point. Thank you. Thank
Appreciate you,
you.
William.
We appreciate you for sure. Um, thank you so much. But the Brown Box Special is credit to Reddit for this one. Let me see if I can pull up real quickly here. This is a story I saw. I was like, oh, interesting. When our first child was born, my husband and I did a cost. Well, let me back the track because people might not know what a brown box special is. Brown box special is basically the segment where we talk about stories of people that either got fired, quit their job, or they were unfortunately laid off. It is an opportunity for us to share in the common experience that most of us have experienced at least once in our career, and find solace in knowing that we're not alone. So when our first child was born, my husband and I did a cost analysis to figure out if it made sense for one of us to stay home or put him in daycare. Raise your hand if you've ever been there before. As it turned out, if we put our son into daycare, my husband's pay would net us about $5,000 after all of his hard costs, commuting, work clothes, etc. So we decided that it made sense for him to quit his job and stay home for a few years. He cleaned out his desk and wrote up a letter of resignation and giving them 2 weeks' notice. The next day, he had previously scheduled a meeting with his boss, and he planned to resign during that time. At the meeting, before the husband had a chance to give his resignation, his boss told him they no longer need his services. So,
Woo.
but it gets better. They gave him 6 weeks severance pay and
Yes, sir.
paid our health insurance for a few months. He came home laughing hysterically. Ultimately, he stayed home for almost 5 years, the first 18 months of which he was able to collect unemployment. When he finally went back to work, the first part time, uh, then full time, he ended up working for someone who wanted to retire and sold us the business. What? Another one. When we purchased the business, my husband ended up making 3 times what he was making at the job he was fired from. We laugh about it to this day. There's a lot of
Laughing
lessons
all
in
the way
this.
to the bank, boy.
Yeah,
But yes,
like Mr. Monopoly, just, just like
boy, he turned into Scrooge McDuck.
go all the way to go. Just, oh, jumping into the Scrooge McDuck, jumping into the vault full of gold.
Yeah. Scrooge McDuck in the money, man. Come on now. But
Dive right
that's
in.
yeah, I love this one, man, because it sometimes you have things that you have planned, but then God has some that's planned for you, and you can fall right
Mm,
into those. And when it's in alignment with what He already has as well, that's when it just really it could blow your mind, right? Like who would have
yeah,
known? Imagine if that meeting was set, days prior, or he just, instead of going in, he just decided to send the letter in before the meeting. So
yeah.
it's a lot of different things where God's timing, man, and everything could be the difference between a lot of stuff. And so I thought that was really great. And then
Hmm.
the other side of it is, sometimes the thing that we think is like the worst thing in the world could ultimately turn out to be one of the best things that happen to us if
Yeah.
we do what Tech Coach Ralph said earlier. And you have to look at the other side of the coin. Like, is there, like, we're not talking about just saying like, oh, there's no bad, or there's not um the side of, yes, there was something that happened here that was bad. Yes, I acknowledge that. But I'm choosing to focus on, okay, what can we get out of this? What is the better side of this? What can I do going forward? And when we can
Yeah.
do that, I'm telling you, man, there's a burden on you that won't be there. There's
Hmm.
a sense of hope and joy and things to look forward to, instead of being in that dark gloom and all of that, man. So I love that one, bro.
Yeah, that's a great one. And one thing I wanted to point out too, as well, we talk about jobs a lot, right? But what happened at the end really resonated with me because I just reading like this with you like for the first time. In the sense of he, the person was retiring, right? And I'm trying to remember actually when the last. Let me just double check to see when this particular post was. This was 2 months ago. 2 months ago, right? It's been said that we're living in a time where there's gonna be a lot of people that are retiring that have what, and not even let's talk let's just forget about tech for a second. Let's talk about like plumbers, electricians. A lot of people that are retiring right now that don't have they're either their children don't want to take it on, or they don't have it, right, and they're willing to sell their businesses. There's actually a deli that has been around here for a long time, where the person I saw, they've been for a long time, and they basically sold the business to somebody else to change the name and everything like that, kept the same patrons because they just used to go in there, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of opportunity right now to position ourselves to sell the business, to buy businesses. And what he said was, when we purchased the business, my husband ended up making 3 times what he was making at the job he was fired from. Now he's a boss. He can't fire himself unless he wants to. And but think about that. Let's say that he made $100,000 at that job that he lost. Now he's making $300,000, and that's just using a round figure just to kind of put the point across.
Hmm.
What I wanted to say is to keep our eyes and ears open, because you never know what opportunities are around right now. There might be somebody that you might be going to for a long time and said, "Listen, I got this infrastructure already. I got a manager. I got everything. I'm ready to go to Cancun. I want to retire. I will sell this business to you." And then you might have an opportunity to do that there. And that's something I was thinking about too. Like, I'm thinking like I'm rolling in the door or anything like that, but just how many opportunities are out there where there might be businesses that are like, listen, I'm done. I'll sell it to you. It's all good.
But that's the thing, bro. It's like it ain't even that. Most of it is about the deal, like the deal
Mhm,
structure. Like
mhm,
you ain't even got to be rolling the dough a lot of the times, man. If you if you understand how to build relationships or how to structure deals, like stuff can happen. I almost, and during the pandemic, this is why it didn't go through. I
mhm,
almost bought a dry cleaners in the
mm,
pandemic, but it was a strategic financing. So it would have basically, I mean, we we had got all the way up to the write up, but it what was that deal? Oh, so it was a certain amount down, and then it was seller financed out. So I would have just paid them out of the profits
yeah.
um, to pay it out, right? So it really wasn't gonna be that much. But again, it happened during like right in the pandemic. It was crazy, uh,
Mm,
and then it was just I'll put it like this: if I was not married and I was single and
you
risk
make a risk.
yeah. I was good, but I would have been out there. But it wasn't even for me to stay in that for the like forever. It was just, this is a great opportunity from kids who didn't want a business that was their father's, and they just, they didn't want it. They didn't want to do it, and it was making crazy money, and they weren't doing the dry cleaning work. It was in
Mm,
between. So they had a deal structure with big dry cleaners who would come and pick up the clothes in the evening and drop them back off in the morning. All
mm,
it was a drop off spot.
and
So it
wow.
looked like a dry cleaner, but there was no dry cleaning going on in there. It was just, yeah, it was a great deal. But again, um, that's stuff that happens. But ultimately, what I'm getting at is there are people out there who just don't, you know, it's not that they don't want the business or it's something wrong with it. They don't have anyone to take it over. Like their kids
Yeah.
don't want to do it. We see it all the time in housing. Sometimes people have a house, they die, the kids don't want it, so they sell it. That
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean there's anything wrong with that property. They just don't want to deal with what comes with owning a business or something like that. Which that's
Yeah.
where, if that's up your alley, you can come right in and get a great deal on a great business that's already doing numbers, and go up from there. So uh,
Yeah.
yeah, bro, I like that.
Yeah, man. A lot to definitely talk about. And William said, "Wow." William said,
Yeah,
"Wow."
yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing. There's so many ways to old saying. There's so many ways to skin a cat. There's so many ways to really kind of flourish in this world. And so,
Yeah,
with that being said, yeah, we want to thank y'all again for rocking with us on this episode of Talk That Tech. We definitely appreciate you as always.
100.
And like I said, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe if you have not already. It helps the channel a lot. And so, with that, and so, enjoy your day, right? Enjoy your MLK day if you're
Oh
off,
yeah,
and if you're not off, don't worry, we'll support you in spirit.
I'll enjoy it for you. Ha ha.
So so the question is, so if someone is looking to get started in AI, how do they start? Before we go, I
Ah,
think this was a good one for you to answer.
no, that's good, man. So, William, if you're looking to get started in AI and you're looking to start, I would say start in the space that you are already knowledgeable in. AI is in every industry at the moment. So, ideally, if you're not like, what is the word, jaded to your industry that you're in, or
Hmm.
if you don't already like totally dislike it, if you're like, yo, I know this well, like the back of my hand, start in that space because you already know that industry, you know how that AI will affect what you do, how they do it, and then you can go from there. Or the other easiest way is to use AI to learn AI. So you can start with ChatGPT and say, just tell it where you're at right now. Like, I'm a beginner. Where do I need to start? And then you can go from there, and then use YouTube videos to build the deeper context. So AI can give you the layout of what to do on the daily or weekly, and then you can use that to parlay into actual YouTube videos to go deeper into that, that knowledge base on that specific um, thing. But ideally, the easiest way to start is in your industry and just learning the AI and what's possible in that space. Outside of that, go with what you're looking into right now. So what you like doing, what you enjoy. It's AI in every industry. So for instance, say for instance, I was a tech sales BDR. You could go there, but I like content creation. So maybe I would be like, oh, you know what? Let me start with what's happening in AI and content creation and go down that space and just start from ground zero. But yeah.
Yeah. And also the list that we put in
Yeah,
Instagram.
that was a good. Yeah. Click
Let me
on
see.
that as well. Click on
Yeah,
that as well.
because you might like, and that's in addition to everything that Trey said. He hit on the money there. You could just kind of like now you have the idea of the industry. You could kind of go ahead, and I'm gonna drop the link again just in case you didn't see it. But you could kind of go ahead and figure out which way you want to go. Like I love that Trey stopped on the fact about the AI search engine optimization, and now that's a business in itself. You know what I mean?
All of
Like
them are.
all of them are businesses within themselves. So you can kind of pick the direction from there. He said, "Look
Like
to law solve problems in your experience." Yep,
that's
that's
a fact.
exactly it.
Because now you can parlay that. The reason I started there is you can parlay that experience that you already have.
You know the problems there. Yep.
And so now when you go, or if you're trying to, turn it into a business or something, now you can go in there and be like, hey, I have 5 years of experience in this space. This is how AI is changing it. That's a totally different conversation than, hey, I just learned this last week, but I can help you. I mean,
Mm,
it just sounds different. So I'm always reminded of that story I told y'all about that lawyer who created that AI that I think he got $30 million for that business, but he was already a lawyer and he just created an AI lawyer company. His credibility came in him being the lawyer and
mm,
already doing that for years. And so, of course, I'm going to trust an AI lawyer company that's founded by a lawyer to
yeah.
be credible. Like, of course, I'm going to trust that. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, no, that absolutely is real, William. And thank you so much. This is the part of the show where we do our shout outs as well. So, William, you get the first one. But we want to shout out also Levi as well, Tech Coach Ralph, of course, for coming through. We got random FR. We have also Elevate to the Unknown that also shared. We had Republic that had that question about developers. We appreciate that as well. And William, last but not least, we thank you as well
Yep,
for
yep.
sharing your comments and being on the show. We definitely appreciate you. And we want to say, everybody, thank you again for rocking with us on this episode of Talk That Tech, the
Number one tech morning show in the world. We'll see y'all next week, baby.
peace. And put that work with that elbow grease.